Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing the problems of miscellaneous exercise of chapter number 10, straight lines. The first question of the miscellaneous exercise is, find the values of k for which the line k minus 3 into x minus of 4 minus k square into y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0 is. First thing is parallel to x-axis, second one parallel to y-axis, and third one passing through the origin. So first we will start with what is the slope of the given line. Okay, the given line is k minus 3 into x minus of 4 minus k square into y plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. So this can be made in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So what you will get here is 4 minus k square into y, that is this has been taken to the other side, so that this will be mx like x term. So you'll get k minus 3 into x plus k square minus 7k plus 6, this is constant. So y is equal to k minus 3 by 4 minus k square into x plus k square minus 7k plus 6 divided by 4 minus k square. Now you can just compare with the form y equal to mx plus c. Therefore the slope is this one, that is k minus 3 by 4 minus k square. Therefore slope of the line is k minus 3 by 4 minus k square. Now we will move on to the first subdivision, which is what will be the value of k when the line is parallel to the x-axis. Now when the line is parallel to the x-axis, the slope will be 0. That means you are equating this to 0 and that will give you the value of k. Okay. So parallel to the x-axis means the slope is, suppose this is m, so m is equal to 0. That means you will get k minus 3 by 4 minus k square equal to 0, or k minus 3 is equal to 0, that will give you k is equal to 3. So the value of k is 3 when the line is parallel to x-axis. Second subdivision is parallel to the y-axis. Now when the line is parallel to the y-axis, the reciprocal of the slope will be equal to 0. That means 1 by m, if you want to say, you can say 1 by m is equal to 0. What do you mean by that? Its reciprocal will be 4 minus k square by k minus 3 will be equal to 0. That is 4 minus k square is equal to 0. That means k square is equal to 4, or k is equal to plus or minus 2. Okay. So when you see like m is equal to 0 or slope is equal to 0, you can just say that the coefficient of x is 0 for the first case, and second case the coefficient of y is 0. Like that also you can find out this. That will be giving you directly k minus 3 equal to 0, and coefficient of y is 0 means you will get 4 minus k square equal to 0. In that way also you can do. Now the third part is when it passes through the origin, what will be the value of k? Now passing through the origin means the equation of the line satisfies 0, 0, or 0, 0 lies on the line 1. So you can just replace this point, that is x and y, with 0 and 0. Okay, so you will get k minus 3 into 0 minus 4 minus k square into 0 plus k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. That means you are just getting the constant term equal to 0, which will give you k square minus 7k plus 6 equal to 0. Okay. Now this will give you, you can write it as k minus 1 into k minus 6 equal to 0. That is k is equal to either 1 or 6. So the value of k is either 1 or 6 when it passes through the origin. Okay. Question number 2 is, find the values of theta and p if the equation x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to p is the normal form of the line root 3x plus y plus 2 equal to 0. So what we have to do is we have to compare the two equations in order to get this. That means we have to make this in the comparable form of the normal form. That is, you will start with the equation. Now make it as root 3x plus y is equal to, taking the constant to the other side, it is minus 2. Now as we have discussed, this should be made as positive first. This should not be negative. If you have a negative sign, you have to just remove it. That means multiplying throughout by negative sign, you will get root 3x minus y is equal to 2. Now the right side is positive. Now what we need to do is dividing throughout by the value root of a square plus b square. This is a, this is b. That means here a is minus root 3 and b is minus 1. So we are dividing throughout by root of minus root 3 the whole square plus minus 1 the whole square, which is, this will give you 3, this is 1, so 3 plus 1 will give you root 4, which is 2. Now from this value, taking this value to be the division of all these things, that is dividing throughout, we will get minus root 3 by 2x minus 1 by 2y is equal to 2 by 2, which is 1. Now we can compare this with the normal form which is given. What is the normal form? X cos theta plus y sin theta equal to p. Now from here you will get cos theta is equal to, you have minus root 3 by 2. So you can just write comparing with the normal form. And sin theta is equal to minus 1 by 2. So both are negative. When both are negative means the angle is lying in the third quadrant where both sine and cos are negative. All silver teacups. So here tan is positive means both should be negative, right? So what we are doing, the angle should be taken as, first we have to see what is root 3 by 2 for the cos angle. It will give you pi by 6. Same for here, that is for sin theta, 1 by 2 is given by the angle pi by 6, that is 30 degree. Now we have to make it in the third quadrant means we have to add with pi. Till this it is pi. So an angle in this quadrant should be taken as pi plus theta, right? Here it is theta. Here you should have pi minus theta for the second quadrant. For the third quadrant, this is pi plus theta, and here you have 2 pi minus theta. This is the way to take the angle. So for the third quadrant, you have to take it as pi plus theta. Since theta lies in the third quadrant, theta should be equal to pi plus, what is that? Root 3 by 2 and 1 by 2 given as, that is pi by 6 is giving you that angle. So pi plus theta, that is this angle, is your addition to pi giving you in the third quadrant. And this is nothing but 7 pi by 6. So this is the value for theta. And comparing with the normal form, you can just see that instead of p, you have 1 here. So the value of p is 1. Okay. Therefore, the normal form is x cos 7 pi by 6. Instead of theta, I am just replacing y sin 7 pi by 6 is equal to 1. That is what is this one. Okay. Therefore, theta equal to 7 pi by 6 and p is equal to 1. Okay. Question number 3 is, find the equations of the lines which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are 1 and minus 6 respectively. So first we will start with the equation in the form intercept. That means intercepts on the axis are given like, so you have to take, let the equation of the line be x by a plus y by b equal to 1, which is your intercept form. Okay. Now let it be equation number 1, because here only we will substitute the values of a and b to get the equations. Now what is given? So that the sum and product of the intercepts, what are the intercepts? A and b. So their sum is given to be 1 and product is given to be minus 6. Okay. Now it is given a plus b is equal to sum is given as 1 and ab is equal to minus 6. Okay, these are the given things. Now if we know a minus b, then we can solve easily and find out what is a and b and get the equation. So we are starting with a minus b the whole square using these two concepts. What is a minus b the whole square? A plus b the whole square minus 4ab. The expansion of this will give you the formula for this, right? Now we are replacing the values which we know. A plus b is 1 and ab is minus 6. So that this will give you 1 square minus 4 into ab is minus 6. That is 1 plus 24 equal to 25. Or you can say a minus b is giving you two values, that is plus or minus 5. Now we will solve the two equations. That means when a plus b is equal to 1 and a minus b is equal to 5, and when a plus b is equal to 1 and a minus b is equal to minus 5. Okay, so solving this, what you will get, you can use elimination method or any method which you know. Here you will get 2a is equal to 6 or a is equal to 3. And when a is equal to 3, you can just replace in any one of the equations to get what is b is equal to. What you will get here, b is equal to, a is 3, 3 minus 5 will give you minus 2. So b is minus 2 when a is equal to 3. So these are the two combinations you are getting. Now here again, when you have added, when again you add, b will be eliminated and you will get 2a is equal to 1 minus 5, which is minus 4. So a is equal to minus 2. A is equal to negative 2. And what will be b is equal to, just to replace the value in any of the things. So you'll get a is minus 2, it will go there and will give you b is equal to 3. So here you are getting a as minus 2 and b as 3. Now our purpose is to find out what are the equations. So we are substituting in the equation which we have taken. Therefore, 1 becomes, when your a is 3 and b is minus 2, will give you x by 3 plus y by minus 2 is equal to 1. Which implies, after taking LCM, will give you minus 2x plus 3y is equal to 1. Or minus 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 6, or you can just delete that negative sign so that this 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. This is one equation. Now again in equation number 1, if you substitute this, when your a is minus 2 and b is 3, you will get equation 1 can be, this is when a is equal to 3 and b is equal to minus 2, and this is when a is equal to minus 2 and b is equal to 3. So it will be x by 2 plus x by minus 2 plus b by 3 is equal to 1, which implies 3x minus, y by, right? 3x minus 2y is equal to minus 6, or minus 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So these are the two equations. Therefore, the equations of the line are 2x minus 3y equal to 6 and minus 3x plus 2y equal to 6. Okay. Question number 4 is, what are the points on the y-axis whose distance from the line x by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 1 is 4 units. So we know that any point on the y-axis is of the form 0, y, and we will use the distance formula whose value is also given. Okay, so that will help us to find out what is y. So let the point on the y-axis be 0, y. Now what we are doing is we are just making it in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Why? Because the distance formula is applicable in that formula. That's why we are just changing this equation. That is, given equation, given line is this, x by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 1. Taking the LCM, you are getting 4x plus 3y is equal to 12, or 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Now this is in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Right? That means you can just compare this with the formula, and this will be acting as x1 and y1. So what is the distance formula now? Now the perpendicular distance from the point 0, y to the line 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Is mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. So here a stands for 4. This is your x1, 4 into 0 plus 3 into, we get y, minus, that is plus c, which is minus 12, divided by root of 4 square plus 3 square, a square plus b square, right? And what is this? Here it will be 0, here you will get 3y minus 12 in the numerator, and denominator is root of 4 square 16 plus 9, root of 25, which is 5. Modulus of 3y minus 12 by 5 is the distance. Now that is given to be 4 in the question. Now given mod of 3y minus 12 divided by 5 is equal to 4. Right? Now in order to solve this, we will just remove the modulus sign. Removing the modulus sign will give you a plus or minus sign in one of the sides. Okay, so we are just rewriting this as 3y minus 12 by 5 is same as plus or minus 4. We are just taking that plus or minus sign in the right hand side. Okay, now we have two equations, so that you will get two values of y, and so 2 points also. Now 3y minus 12 by 5, if it is equal to 4, okay, when this is equal to 4, what you will get? 3y minus 12 is equal to 20, will give you 3y is equal to 32, or y is equal to 32 by 3. So one y value you got. Now when 3y minus 12 by 5 is equal to minus 4, you will get 3y minus 12 is equal to minus 20, which will give you 3y is equal to minus 20 plus 12 is minus 8, that is y is equal to minus 8 by 3. The question was, what are the points? Therefore, the points on the y-axis are zero comma, right? So 0 comma 32 by 3 and 0 comma minus 8 by 3. Okay. Question number 5 is, find the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining cos theta sin theta and cos phi sin phi. So you have been given 2 points. So first we have to find out the line joining the 2 points, and then we have to find out the perpendicular distance from the origin to that line. Okay. So you have been given 2 points, means this is your x1, y1, x2, y2. So you can use, that is the line joining, you can use 2-point form. Okay, line joining cos theta sin theta and cos phi sin phi is given by, what is the formula? You are using y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Replacing the values, you will get y minus, this is your x1, y1, x2, y2. So you will get y minus y1 is sin theta is equal to y2 is sin phi minus sin theta divided by again cos phi minus cos theta into x minus cos theta x1. Okay. So now we are just simplifying it, that is y minus sine theta into cos phi minus cos theta is equal to sine phi minus sine theta into x minus cos theta. Now we can just split y into this and sine theta into this term. So you will get cos phi minus cos theta into y minus sine theta into cos phi minus cos theta is equal to, here you will have sine phi minus sine theta into x minus cos theta into sine phi minus sine theta. Okay, so this will give you, again we are not changing this or splitting this, that is the coefficient of y taken as cos phi minus cos theta into y. We are just expanding this. We'll get minus sine theta cos phi plus sine theta cos theta is equal to, again this is as such, that is the coefficient of x is written as such, minus splitting this cos theta sine phi plus cos theta sine theta. Now you can see that here you have sine theta cos theta, here you have sine theta cos theta, both of them cancelled. Now the remaining, that is we are just making it as ax plus by plus c equal to 0 form. So first we will write the x term, which is sine phi minus sine theta into x. So y term will be taken to the other side, so you will get negative of cos phi minus cos theta into y. Now again these terms are taken to the other side, means this will become positive and that is already negative there. So you will have sine theta cos phi minus cos theta sine phi. Okay, this is your plus equal to 0, right? We have taken all the terms to the other side now. So this will give you equal to 0 as. Now what is this? Sine theta cos phi minus cos theta sine phi. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B is sine of A minus B. So you will get that to be into x minus cos phi minus cos theta into y plus this will become sine of A minus B, that is sine of theta minus phi, equal to 0. Now you can see that this is in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, so we are just taking this as A, this is B, this is C, and now finding out what is the perpendicular distance. Therefore, perpendicular distance of the origin or from the origin to the line, let it be equation number 1, to the line 1 will be modulus of, what you will get, a x1. A is this, x1 is 0. So you will get sine theta minus sine phi minus sine theta into 0 minus again plus b into y1. So b is negative cos phi minus cos theta into again 0 plus c, which is sine of theta minus phi, divided by root of a square plus b square. So you will get a square is sine phi minus sine theta the whole square plus cos phi minus cos theta the whole square. Okay, now this is giving you modulus of, in the numerator this will go, you will get only sine of theta minus phi divided by this root of will give you, after expansion, sine square phi plus sine square theta minus 2 sine phi sine theta plus cos square phi plus cos square theta minus 2 cos phi cos theta. Okay, this much is in the denominator. question number 6 is find the equation of the line parallel to the y-axis and drawn through the point of intersection of the lines x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus y equal to 0. So when they say that intersection of the two lines, we have to solve the two equations in order to get the coordinates x and y. And since you want the equation of the line which is parallel to y-axis, we know that any equation which is parallel to y-axis will be x is a constant, x is equal to a constant. So when we get the points x and y, what you are getting as x equal to, that will be your answer. Okay, that will be the equation of the line which is parallel to y-axis. Now first we will find out what is the point of intersection of these two lines. That is, the given lines are x minus 7y plus 5 equal to 0 and 3x plus y is equal to 0. Solving these two. Okay, solving 1 and 2 in any of the methods, you know, I'm just solving with cross multiplication method using, by cross multiplication method solving the two equation. How we have to write x, y, 1, then coefficient b1, b2 here, which is minus 7, 1, then constant 5, and there is nothing here, so it is 0. Then you have to write 1, 3 here, again minus 7, 1. So that you will get x by cross multiplying, you will get 0 minus 5 is equal to y by 15 minus 0, which is 15, and 1 by 1 minus of plus 20, it will become plus 21, so that you are getting x by minus 5 is equal to y by 15 is equal to 1 by 22. Or comparing these two, you will get x is equal to minus 5 by 22 and y is equal to 15 by 22. Now since the equation of the line is parallel to y-axis, you will get the answer to be x is equal to minus 5 by 22. Since the line is parallel to, or the required line should be parallel to, line means the required line is parallel to the y-axis. If it is parallel to the x-axis, then you will get y equal to, this is the answer. This is your y-axis, parallel to y-axis. So the equation of the line will be x equal to minus 5 by 22. Okay. Question number 7 is find the equation of a line drawn perpendicular to the line x by 4 plus y by 6 equal to 1 through the point where it meets the y-axis. So first we will just find out the slope of this line. Since these two lines are perpendicular, we will get the slope of the required line also. Now again it meets the y-axis means the x-intercept will be 0, and y-intercept for this line, we can just see that the y-intercept is 6 and x-intercept will be taken as 0 because it meets the y-axis. Okay, so 0, 6 will be the point through which it is passing on the y-axis. So first we will just take the given equation of the line x by 4 plus y by 6 equal to 1 and standardizing it, that is making it in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, or you can make it as y equal to also in order to get the slope. So this will give you 6x plus 4y is equal to 24. Now there are two methods to find out the slope. One is you can make it as y equal to mx plus c and the coefficient of x will give you the slope, or else you can just take, if you have the standard form, that is 6x plus 4y minus 24 equal to 0. This is in your ax plus by plus c equal to 0 form. So the slope of the line will be negative coefficient of ax divided by coefficient of y. That means minus a by b. Like that also you can find out the slope directly. Okay, therefore slope of this line, it will be, what you will get, negative coefficient of x, which is 6, coefficient of y is in the denominator. So you are getting minus 3 by 2 as the slope of the given line. Now you can find out the slope of the required line, which is perpendicular to this line. Okay, therefore slope of the required line is equal to negative reciprocal of this, that will give you 2 by 3, since the two lines are perpendicular. Okay, so you got the slope of the required line. Now one more thing you want, that is you can get a point with 6, since it meets the y-axis, the point will be, since the required line meets the y-axis, the point where it touches the y-axis will be x intercept will become 0 and y intercept is from that line itself, you can just see it will be 6. Okay, so 0 comma 6 will be the point where the required line touches the y-axis. Therefore the equation of the line will be, equation of the required line with slope 2 by 3 and passing through the point 0 comma 6 is, what is the formula? Y minus y naught equal to m into x minus x naught. Replace the value, you will get y minus, what is y naught here? 6, m is 2 by 3, x minus x naught is 0. So you are getting y minus 6, or you can just take the cross multiplication, you will get 3y minus 18 is equal to 2x, or 2x minus 3y plus 18 equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the line. Okay. Question number 8 is, find the area of the triangle formed by the lines y minus x equal to 0, x plus y equal to 0 and x minus k equal to 0. So this is the triangle whose three sides are given by the equation of the lines. We have just taken the three lines. Now in order to find out the area, what we will do is we will just simplify or solve two at a time and get the point of intersection as the vertices of the triangles. That means solving these two will give you C, point C. Solving these two equations will give you point A, and solving these two will give you point B, and you can just use the area's formula, area of the triangle's formula, which is half into mod of x1 into y2 minus y1 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. You can use that. Okay. So first we will solve all the three, taking two at a time. So given equations are y minus x equal to 0, x plus y equal to 0 and x minus k equal to 0. So first we are taking y minus x equal to 0 and x plus y equal to 0. You can just rewrite this as minus x plus y equal to 0 and x plus y equal to 0. So adding these two will give you 2y equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. And replacing it, you will get x is also equal to 0. So one point you got, that is you have solved this and this, so that the point C is 0 comma 0. Okay. Next we will solve the other two, that is x plus y equal to 0 and x minus k equal to 0. So from here itself you can see that if you are subtracting, you will get y plus k equal to 0 or y is equal to minus k. And again from the second equation itself you can get x is equal to k. So the point is k comma minus k. A is k comma minus k. Now the remaining two, that is x minus k equal to 0 and y minus x is equal to 0, will give you again you can just see that this will give you x is equal to k. So when you are substituting here, you will get y minus k equal to 0 or y is equal to k. So the point is k comma k. So all the 3 points, that is all the 3 vertices of the triangle you got. Therefore, the vertices of the triangle are 0, 0, k minus k, 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 in order I have taken, okay, in order. Now you can use the area of the triangle. Area of triangle ABC is given to be half into modulus of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Replacing the values, just see this is your x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. So x1 is 0 here, 0 into this term will go because it is 0 into, anyway we will substitute. Y2 is minus k, y3 is k, so minus k plus x2 is k into y3, k minus y2 minus, sorry, y1 is 0, 0 plus x3 is k again into y1 is 0 minus y2 is minus k, so minus of minus will give you plus k. So here you are getting half into modulus, so this will go 0, here you will have k into k, k square, here again you will have k into k, k square, which is equal to half into mod 2k square or mod k square, that is you are just taking the positive value k square, square units, okay. This get cancelled, okay. So that is the area of the triangle.